Our Lord has the capacity to know the intentions of our hearts and respond accordingly. Dear brothers and sisters, I have always been fascinated by the desire of Zacchaeus to see Jesus that prompted him to even climb a tree. Apparently, he was in possession of things that so many people would desire even today. He was rich and he had enough power because he was a chief tax collector. But all these didn't make him happy. He had many things that this world could offer, yet he felt that there is something that he is missing on. He was rich materially, yet he experienced poverty in every other aspect of his life. In fact, the gospel rightly says that he was short. And I'm sure he was short not just physically alone, but spiritually, emotionally, and even socially. People called him a sinner, a friend of their enemy. They didn't appreciate his presence. I believe Zacchaeus was a lonely person. It wouldn't be wrong to conclude that he didn't have any friends at all. And as human beings, it is hard to be happy if we do not have at least some people around us with whom we could freely talk and share things. Zacchaeus, in such lonely state, heard about a person called Jesus, a divine person who makes friends with tax collectors and sinners. Zacchaeus also found a potential friend in the person of Jesus. But he wanted to just have a glance of him at first. With this desire, he climbed the tree. Just imagine how strong the desire should be for the chief tax collector to climb a tree to see Jesus. He took a small step towards the Lord, and the Lord took a bigger step towards him. Our Lord has the capacity to know the intentions of our hearts and respond accordingly. He sensed the desire of Zacchaeus to have a glance of him, and the Lord gifted him with his very presence in his house and in his life. As Zacchaeus opened the door of his house for Jesus, the door of his heart also opened for the Lord. He just wanted a glance of the Lord, and the Lord wanted to be his friend. And when he gave the right place for God, he also was able to give the right place for others. He who was called a sinner now wants salvation from the Lord himself. He understood that wealth is not for accumulating, but for sharing. And more importantly, true happiness comes from making others happy. Such transformation can take place in our life too, if we are ready to set our priorities right, like Zacchaeus. Amen.